Sharks are here in Master Duel, and they are top tier in my hands. Shark Drake Levice, a brand new boss monster. It has the quick effect to negate any monster in the field and reduce it to 0, and then it also inflicts piercing battle damage as it can attack twice within the same battle phase. And what's crazy about this is, when paired up with your Abyss Shark, just by summoning Abyss Shark, the next time your number monster deals battle damage over another monster, it's going to be double battle damage. So what happens is, the Shark Drake reducing the monster to 0 is going to, whether it's an attack or in defense, is going to inflict 6,200 damage and then attack again for game directly or possibly into another monster for over 9,000 damage. In addition to that, we have the non-target effect of the Stealth Kraken, which can pop a monster in the field. It also turns all monsters into water. So if you're playing against Tenpai, where they rely on there being a fire monster in the field to, let's say, summon a Chundra from the hand, not going to happen. You are a water. We also have the Levirtu Dragon, which will search for the trap, which can pop 2 cards on the field. We have Bahamut, which you don't need Toad. This does help you play around Nibiru if you do have Toad. So if you don't get Nibiru'd, then your deck is still fine. This is what's going to summon the Levirtu Dragon. We have Dweller, which is banned in the TCG and OCG, completely turning off the opponent's graveyard. Monster spell trap cannot be activated. We do have the Silent Honor Arc, which could suck up an attack position monster. We also have the Utopic Ray Lancer, which can negate all attack position monsters at the start of the battle phase and is helpful for some other plays. We also have Nash Knight. Nash Knight can non-target suck up a monster the opponent controls. So you can do this on your turn, and then you could do it again during the opponent's turn because it is a quick effect. And then, why do we have Wave King Caesar? Well, this is one of my favorite parts of the deck. You could use the Revive Splash in the graveyard, which you consistently get it in there, to turn your Levice Dragon monster, Drake that is, not dragon, it's a sea serpent, kind of like a dragon, you turn it into a Caesar. Now, what's crazy about that is, normally to use Caesar, you detach a material to negate a special summon, and you normally just have 2 materials, so you can negate twice. Well, with the Levice Dragon, you can negate up to 5 freaking times with the Wave King Caesar, because you're going to have a ton of materials under the Levice, and that is absolutely insane. And then, a great part of this deck is also the Dark Knight Lancer. We're going to, during the opponent's turn, equip a card onto it or another monster we control, and then you're going to be triggering the effect to non-target. Attach 1 monster your opponent controls to this card as a material. Now, what are our starter plays? Our starter plays are going to be something like normal summon the Buzzsaw, then summon from the deck. Another play could be Big Jaws, normal summon, and then search your deck. Now, ideally, you're not normal summoning the Big Jaws. This is going to be special summonable from the hand as long as you activated a spell this turn. And we play a lot of spells like the 7 Tachyon, the 7th Ascension is search for the 7 Tachyon. And the 7 Tachyon could search our deck for any of our monsters, essentially. And normally you'd be searching for your Big Jaws. But let's say you have an additional play in your hand, like an Abyss Shark. With your 7 Tachyon, you could, instead of going for the Big Jaws, you could search directly for your barrier statue. And what's great about this is, let's say if they maxi you or Fualas you early in the turn, well, you're going to have a barrier statue on the field, and you can make all your plays around the barrier statue to play around also a Nibiru. So we essentially have 7 copies of the barrier statue to help play around Maxi, Fualas, or Nibiru. And the Abyss Shark, I will say this right now, if you're playing against Shark, this is going to be your Ash card. You want to use Ash on this because it special summons from the hand and searches within the same effect, and also gives that deadly double damage play for you if they're going second against you. Now, with that said, let's get Sharkin'. Love this deck. Let's go. We got our Maxi. Standby phase the Maxi, and the main reason to standby phase your Maxi is because of Droll and Lockbird, which is why someone would maybe want to activate a special summon effect in the draw phase that results in a search, like a branded opening into an Aliber, and you'd want them to initiate that special summon first. This is not worth negating with anything. Ideally, I had my toggle off quicker before the Imperm off the top of my deck showcased that I had something activatable. Sure, just gonna toggle off. Spiral Resorts. Add from the deck a Spiral. I'm going to hold the Ash. I'm going to hold it. Now, the issue with this is your opponent cannot target Spiral cards with cards you control. So, Spiral cards you control cannot be targeted. So Imperm is possibly dead. When we decide to Ash, ooh, that's an Ash. That is an Ash. Special summon from the deck? Yes, siree. Imperm from Unicorn, looking at our extra deck. I don't think that is worthy of an impermanence. we wanted to imperm the unicorn, it would have had to be before the birth search. So ideally, through him linking with his extra deck, did he get rid of my Kragan? Don't I play 2 of that? Kragan. There's the birth. Sure. I have 2 Kragans. A card I played 2 of, you ripped out of my extra deck? Are you out of your mind? What the? And negating that 1-for-1 was the play. Very good. Very good. Plussing a body in the field, plus discard and activate. That is huge. Got big jaws. We got the Aqua Jet Surface. We got the Abyss Shark. And we're doing it all under the Max freaking C. Yes, we're going to take the Max C challenge. This is not going to stop me. So this will be our normal summon. Abyss Shark will be our special summon. So nothing's activatable. If we wanted to avoid getting ogred, we could special summon the Abyss Shark early, and then we could Buzzsaw Shark. So, because we do require water monster on the field, even though we do have the Aqua Jet. So we're going to add from the deck the Hydro Jet Shark. This could send the trap from the deck or another body. And let's try to minimally do this play. He is going to be looking at the getting rid of double Kragans, probably the worst card in my deck anyway. Sure. I do not care. Now, if I want to be minimal, absolutely minimal, we can go right for the Xyz Armor Fortress, and let's see what we go off of that. I am skipping the Buzzsaw Shark activation, or maybe I shouldn't. Oh boy, I guess I'll use it. I'll use it. Let's use it. Buzzsaw. Let's summon from the deck a Drake Shark, which we could add back to our hand with using Bahamut Shark. So let's Bahamut it up. Put this in the extra monster zone. The Aqua Jet will trigger the birth to rip cards out of our graveyard. Looks like he does have something now. If we could trick him into Nibiruing early, if he were to have that, then we could follow up with the big jaws. Le Virtue. Le Virtue is here. Let's search for the Le Virtue trap. Virtue Stream, pop 2 cards in the field. Now, we will be, oh, it feels bad to overlay this because we are giving him even more draws. Let's detach off of the Bahamut Shark to add the Drake Shark, and then we're going to summon it. We're going right into it. Treated as 2 material for the Drake Shark play. DD Crow. Okay, so we're not adding the Drake Shark back to our hand. I guess we'll detach the Buzzsaw Shark and add that back instead. No special summon. Okay, detach, add back, no special summon. This should be enough damage with minimal play. Minimal play. This is the way. Let's send the Xyz Revive Splash, and then I think I could just go to battle with this. I go to battle, and then we battle phase. So I'm gonna see, we're gonna do the check right now for Nibiru. Battle phase. Okay. Now the Bahamut Shark is going to be transforming. Let's transform it up. Transform Bahamut Shark into the Vice. Shark, Drake, Levice is here, 3100, and we are going to Dumage Step, detach, reduce to 0, 6,200 damage. Whoa, let's go. Yes. Wow. The Abyss Shark doubled the first damage we take. Holy moly, that is nuts. All right, we are going first because they chose for us to go first, so that is a bit scary. This could be a Tenpai player unless they chose the coin flipping correctly. I'm gonna Buzzsaw, and I guess we want to play around Lightning Storm, yes? Veiler on the Buzzsaw, that is completely okay. We're gonna 7 Tachyon for our follow-up. If this gets Ash Blossom, we'll fall back on double Imperm plus the Virtue Stream being able to pop 2 cards on the field. Let's 7 Tachyon, reveal 4 to grab a level 4 from the deck. Ua loss. Ua for loss. Okay, so we could still grab a Big Jaw and special summon it. The question is, do we want to special summon beyond that from the extra deck? I think we give them 1 draw by committing to a monster in defense. So let's return back the Virtue Stream. Probably not going to be good. Let's special summon the Big Jaw. Big Jaw will get searching. You have Perelia also. Perelia. I think we want to keep the Imperms in our hand to play around Heavy Storm, Lightning Storm, Harpy Feather Duster, all that nonsense. Let's activate. Now for the follow-up on next turn. because we could still summon Abyss Shark, actually. We summon Abyss Shark, we search. I guess we maybe should not overcommit because I want the imperms activatable. So let's just grab a Buzzsaw for next turn, keep the imperms in hand, and let's Kragan, then get out, or Dweller. Is Dweller going to be difficult for them to lethal? The level 7 Biden can't reborn, the level 10 can't reborn. Vajra could still reborn. I think Kragan is going to be the best because it turns them into water. So with Kragan turning the monsters into water, we will talk about that once I end my turn. All right, face up, monster on the field become water. So any Tenpais that want to be summoned here will be water. Then he can't special summon from the hand a Tenpai. Magna Hut into Genroku. That is definitely unfortunate. Grab Genroku, summon Genroku. Come on, Tenpai player, you can do it. Nope, didn't do it. So your hand's full of Genrokus. What is this? If you control a fire dragon, special summon this in your hand. And what else is good here? He's got Dora, which is a water. Okay. You can't special summon the Chandra. Hydra to hand, sure. Do you have Kaimin? What are you doing? Once returned during the main phase, we would have to get pop in. Is it worth it to pop in the main phase? We could get destroyed by the Magna Hut by battle. And then he could try to make plays within the battle phase potentially. You know, we just got a YOLO. Straight up YOLO. Pop the Magna Hut. He can't special summon the Chandra right now because of the Kragan, messing him up. Triple tactics talent. Okay, you all face-up monsters are water still. So how do you get rid of the Kragan? Kragan is still on the field. You need Dora on the field. If you use Dora to link off a Kragan, then you're in the same spot. So that's fine. You stole my Kragan. There you go. It doesn't matter. Little Knight is not a problem. So you wasted your triple tactics talent. That's fine. End of main phase. End the turn. Let's go. All right, we got big plays here. Big Jaws. Let's imperm the Little Knights, and then let's get buzzing. Let's get buzzing. Holy moly. Tenpai getting countered by the Kragan. That is great. We are going to be summoning from the deck the Drake. Oh my goodness. Oh, we good. Okay, Drake Shark will be good here. If he has some sort of disruption, the Hydro Jet in Graveyard will actually be searching for, let's do this. It's a little bit safer. It can grab me a spell to make the Big Jaws live. So if he's holding his disruption for the Bahamut Shark, I have better follow-up. Yep, this is definitely the play to turn on my Big Jaws. So by detaching the Shark, if he negates or destroys, okay, sure. Yep, that does nothing. We could then grab the Hydro Jet and then special Big Jaws in the hand. Now, for our play around Nibiru, we don't have one. We just pretend the card doesn't exist. The Virtue, grab the Virtue Stream. We return back into our deck. We are going to, now we can detach material from a monster we control. Let's detach the Bahamut Shark. And do we want to just grab the Hydro Jet and then special summon it? I think so. On summon 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydro Jet would be 5. Come forth. Hydro Jet. Jet send from the deck the Revive Splash. Yeah, it's going to make us chainable to any scenario here. And you may be thinking, what about the water? We're going to get a water. The spell, I mean, not water. The spell to make Big Jaws activatable. So we're gonna go into this and it's gonna search it. So it's gonna search for the spell, activate the spell, special Big Jaws, wham bam, thank you ma'am, Tenpai, get out of here. 7th Ascension. It's time to ascend. We're gonna return the Fualos back on top of our deck. Maxi, that is going to be an Ash Blossom from me. Yup, let's negate. And Call by the Grave could be used for maybe another hand trap. They may have a Veiler, something that Ash would not be usable on. If not, hopefully Call by the Grave will be useful during their turn. Now, Ash definitely would have been useful during their turn, but I'm prioritizing an optimal turn 1 play here. We do not want to get disrupted. 7th Tachyon. Let's get the Big Jaws. Nothing. He's got nothing. Let's return the Fualos back. Could return the Drake Shark back to then add it back, and then it could trigger. That could possibly be better, but it's still a water body in the hand, so it's something that we could just normal summon next turn. So let's now get Big Jaws in. Or I could normal summon right now if we were to somehow get disrupted in a weird way. Maybe an imperm negate here. We then normal summon the Shark Drake. Okay, We're good. Abyss Shark. We have our normal summon open. It's Abyss Shark. He's got something. He's got something. Abyss Shark searches on the summon, so he can't imperm this. That would be a big Ash Blossom right there. In fact, I'd say that's one of the big choke points. Let's grab a Buzzsaw Shark, and let's get buzzing. With our Buzz, we are going to summon from the deck something we want to add to our hand, and that's going to be the Hydro Jet. So we want to Xyz this off. Let's get the Hydro Jet as an Xyz material to get it into the graveyard. So the Buzzsaw and you, I choose Bahamut Shark. And now with the Bahamut Shark, he's got something. What you got, boy? With the Bahamut Shark, we're going to be detaching the Hydro Jet, which could give us a spell card if we need to. We got Le Virtue Dragon is going to be searching our deck for the Virtue Trap, which could pop 2 cards on the field. And now the Virtue Dragon is going to add the Engrave Hydro Jet back to our hand. So instead of grabbing the Hydro Jet spell, we are going to send from the deck a cooler card, a much cooler card. So do get ready for that. Before we commit to that, let's see if they got anything in response to what we're going to be doing here. We're going to overlay our Virtue for a Lancer, just so that our newly summoned monster will have 2 materials for a double search. Are we good? Are we good? So we now go into the Fortress. Double material Fortress. Now, Fortress cannot be used as an Xyz material if it has any materials under it. So you have to make sure you have to get Fortress to 0 materials. So make sure you have 2 cards in the deck to search if you're going to give it a double material, as we just did. Get the full armor and the spell. The spell is pretty much just for triggering the Big Jaws and summoning a Vice Dragon from the extra deck. Now, I guess we're going to get committed. Let's commit to the Hydro Jet, open game state, activate, send from the deck the Xyz Revive Splash, which is a quick effect of going into an Xyz summon. And that quick effect Xyz summon is going to be our Shark Drake. Yes, Shark Drake it up. Perfect. With the Shark Drake, we are going to turn it into the Levice. Is it Levice? Levice? We're going to discard the spell. As I was saying, it is Levice. We have quick play, negate to any monster on the field. Very nice. We can now, I think we can keep the spell in graveyard. We could set the full armored Xyz instead of discarding it. Maybe we should just discard it. Yeah. Utopic Ray Lancer is good for negating a card in the start of the battle phase. I actually used this against a Makonko deck, and it clapped them up. Non-target negate, which means we now have to go into the Dark Knight Lancer. Dark Knight is here. And let's end our turn. I don't want to activate its effect to grab back the spell, because we want it to activate during the end phase if he makes no plays, and then we can get sucking. So we don't want that end phase effect right now. It would make a monster protected from battle, but I don't think that's going to be more useful than just equipping onto the Dark Knight maybe during the end phase. So we could hold on to our other card. Harpy Feather Duster. Sure. Okay. It's fine. Wipe it up. Wipe it up. Guess we could have, maybe if we wanted to, finger the Max C. Now, we want to protect our monster from being destroyed, and then we're going to turn our monster into something else. So the Virtue Stream will target a monster to make it indestructible by card effect. So we'll protect the Dark Knight Lancer, so it will not be destroyed. Oh, you got something? What you got? And then we're going to Revive Splash, turn the Levice single negates. Let's turn it into 5 negates. How about that? 5 additional negates. How is that possible? Well, as you see right now, we're going to overlay it into the Caesar, into defense, so it does not get destroyed by the lightning storm, and it's got 5 materials, so it can just keep on activating. So we could still non-target suck up a monster, we could negate 5 special summons, and we did it through a Harpy Feather Duster and a Lightning Storm. Oh my Jesus. Let's go. Unicorn. I think we're gonna suck that Unicorn up. What do you think? Let's suck it. Because otherwise he could destroy the Wave King Caesar by battle. So we're gonna target the Dark Knight Lancer, and let's give it a good old suck. We're going to equip it, does not matter. Well, it's attack. So a 2600 attack. Boost and sucking. Give me that Unicorn. It's got something else chainable. Ooh, 6,300. We're indestructible again. The Rise Hearts, Kashtira deck, not Tenpai. Yup, okay. Ogre, Banish, and then what? Oh, Oh. It is a Typhon. All right, so we're guaranteed another turn. Typhon is here. Spin us back, then destroy by battle. And then engrave. What do we have for follow-up? Battle it up. We have the Hydro Jet, which could search for the spell. All right, we just made this duel a lot more interesting. Holy moly. Typhon is the way. I had 6 disruptions, and he played right through it all. Imperm on Typhon. I don't think that's worth it. Let's activate the Hydro Jet. With the Jet, come to me. You got something. Aqua Jet to our hand. And we could reborn a monster from the grave. So what is Typhon actually stopping from our extra deck? If I wanted to summon, it's like nothing. It's nothing. It's useless. Let's Aqua Jet a body from the graveyard back onto the field. The Big Jaw will trigger. The Buzzsaw will summon from the deck. So they're both pretty good here. The Big Jaw, I think, will be our preferred play, as the Big Jaw will be grabbing a level 5. The Abyss Shark, the Drake Shark, we do not care about. It's just in our hand. I can't believe it. It's useless, because we're going to grab a Buzzsaw from the deck instead. Let's Abyss Shark. Let's grab the Buzzsaw. What do we have activatable in grave? What wants to activate in there? What is it? Show me. It is the, oh yeah, it's the boost. It wants to attack boost. Boost up the attack of one of our monsters by 1,000. Buzzsaw is going to summon a level 4, and we could now Honor Arc suck up the Typhon. Nash could be better, because then we have another form of disruption after doing so. All right, so let's do Nash. Let's get Nash in. Let's use you and you. Nash is here. Double disruption Nash. And then with the other, we could, I don't know if we want Dweller to turn off his graveyard. I think the Kragen's going to be the play. Kragen is the way. Guess maybe we should have boosted up first. Not too big of a deal. We didn't miss lethal or anything. So I'm going to equip you and equip the Typhon. Yoink, 5,100. We can keep the Aqua Jet maybe for an actual play on another turn. So we're going to end on triple disruption. The Nash Knight is going to suck again during their turn, non-target suck. And then the Kragen's going to turn everything into water, and it's going to get poppin'. Let's do it. Kragen's the play. Defense, I guess, because of Lightning Storm, potentially. Lightning Storm. Maybe the Nash Knight should have been in defense instead of dealing damage. 2,700 D. Yeah, maybe we should have just swung with the others. Only because they're playing Lightning Storm should I have definitely considered that. We'll suck whatever he summons. End of main phase? Really? You are really going to be banishing my whole field with an evenly match? Yes, you are. Okay, I guess we keep the Nash Knight. Keep the Nash Knight, and I guess now the damage was okay. Well, non-target, get sucking. All right. I will suck you. Yes, I will. That is a suck. You don't have a Theosis? Is this even, like, do we even have to suck it? I don't want to suck it. I ain't sucking you. We'll suck something better, maybe. We could deal with that 2,600 defense. 2,600, 14, 27 with the boost, but he has to be in attack position. The Drake Shark is no good. We could Dark Knight Lancer, grab back the equip card, and then go for game. Okay. Great, let's do that. I can just keep all the materials. Keep the materials because we're bigger per material. And, well, we would just lose the Honor Arc, that is. So let's grab the equip card and let's get equipping. Very nice. Fun duel. Harpy Feather Duster, Lightning Storm. What a duel, my friend. But now it's time to get sucking. 4,300 attack, just like that. Let's go. Hit him with the C. Got Berry Statue, Crystal Shark play, 7th Ascension is the way. Ooh, what the Dimensional Fissures. We're not going to be able to use the graveyard unless we detach our materials. Messenger of Peace. Wow. Okay. 1,500 or more cannot declare an attack. We do have outs. We have outs. It's not hopeless. Okay. Clockwork Knight, boost, reduce our monster. Monsters go into the graveyard. Let's pull out the best play possible. It's 7th Ascension. Just to feel things out. Grab it from our deck to our hand. Sure. Let's now 7th Ascend the Big Jaws into our hand. Reveal the level 4. Come to me. Big Jaw. All right, let's return the 7th Tachyon back on top. We have the Call Up at the Grave. We're going to Big Jaw, summon ourselves onto the field. We're going to Abyss Shark search our deck for the Drake. We can search it right now if we want to. I'm going to grab a Buzzsaw instead, so we get even more summoning. Let's Whip out the Buzz. Buzz is going to be targeting itself. Summon from the deck. The Drake, if we summon it right now, you cannot summon. Let's see. The monk cannot activate its effects. Also, you cannot special summon for the extra deck. We could do that instead. You could summon the Drake Shark now. And let's see. Let's do the big reveal. Let's go into our Shark Drake. Well, let's do it with the other ones instead. Let's first Abyss Shark. Come forth and summon. We're going to get sucking on the Messenger of Peace. We're going to add from our deck to our hand the Hydro Shark. Hydro Shark will summon once we have an Xyz. So now that we have this, we're going to use you and you. That's going to be enough. Come forth and summon into the Shark Drake. Perfect. Shark Drake is now going to be activating. Do I want the big reveal or do I want to wait a little bit? I don't want to reveal yet. He's going to scoop right away. He's going to scoop it. All right, we're going to Hydro Jet, send from the deck the Trap. Get the Trap into the grave. It is not a monster, so that's okay. We could Crystal Shark. We could go into that. Let's go into, I mean, we pretty much just have lethal damage with, this is going to be 6,000, 9,000 damage. We could literally just do it now. Let's do it now. Let's do it. Shark Drake, detach, and suck it up. Suck up the Messenger of Peace. And then we're going to be summoning the Levice. Levice, discard the Call by the Grave. We're just going to go straight into the battle phase. Battle it up. Let's go. Swing in. We're going to wait for the damage step. Substep 2. Before damage calculation, we're going to be detaching your Messenger of Peace. Reduce, negate, 5,200 damage, mate. Go back to the extra deck. It does not matter. And just like that, we have 4-game lethal damage through the stun deck. Fool.